Hey guys, how your day been going? It's Rising. I say Rising up the ranks as always. So a little bit of an explanation on why I haven't posted in a week. I was originally gonna post quite a few days ago, but then everything with the King Von situation happened. I don't personally know him, of course, but I do like his music. I wouldn't call myself a fan because I haven't been listening to it long enough. But yeah, I got sad and I didn't really want to make a video afterwards. But I hope you guys having a great day. Again, Rip King Von, taken from us way too early. Also, again, 2020 is the worst year right now. A historian is gonna make their whole entire career off of 2020 because they took away every good rapper. Like every rapper that decided to blow up got killed right now. So yeah, let's just quickly get into this video again. Also, shout out to Amagi because I was actually watching their video when I came up with this yesterday when it was the what if Itachi never killed the Uchiha. Yeah, actually, I was actually watching that, and okay, so let's get straight into this. Everything happened. Shisui was still, gave his eye to Itachi and Danzo, and Shisui drowned himself in the river. They still conversed, but when Danzo and gave Itachi the choice of either letting the whole clan die, or just letting his baby brother Sasuke, of course, survive. But Itachi realized something. He could actually use Kodomashi Kami on the Hokage, the one that ultimately makes the decision, and also, or he could use Kodomasu Kami on Fugaku. Itachi's thinking during this. But of course he still resorts himself. Says, no, I must kill the clan. But at the last minute, he backs out and says Fugaku would be the best choice to place this on. And he tells Toby straight up and says, I'm betraying you. And he slashes at Toby. And of course, this is Obito, or as he knows, Madara Uchiha. And Madara gets out. He doesn't even want to face Itachi. This is a healthy Itachi, remember that. So, of course, Itachi just like, father, it says, you need to stop the coup. Says, why? And Itachi kind of laid out the whole situation that happened and said, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to place you under Genjutsu. So no matter what happens, just agree with me. And if you say anything during the meeting like you're going to, my son, I'm instantly Genjutsu you. So don't do nothing stupid. And so Fugaku's like, well, I really don't have a choice either way, so I might as well just call off the coup. And Fugaku says, we're going to have to call off this coup. And the other two are rowdy a lot, and it says, no, they've been isolating us. They treat that clan wrong. And Itachi steps up. He says, all of you, shut up. Do you not understand the Nine Tails attack? And I see why the reason they did that. The Nine Tails can only be controlled by the Uchiha. And the Nine Tails was definitely controlled because he didn't hit certain areas of the village. Especially, the Nine Tails barely even tapped the Uchiha compound. Which the Nine Tails have a great disliking for us. So why would he not attack us immediately? They kind of starting to realize, well, yeah, it actually does kind of look, like they did it, like they forced it. And Itachi says, and yes, we did cause it. Says, I know exactly who did it too. Itachi goes through the whole situation. He leaves out the parts about him betraying, but he leaves in the parts about him talking to Hokage and says, I met the person. His name is Madara Uchiha. He's still alive. He says, wait, what? Everyone's like, wait, Madara is still alive? He says, he's the person that put the Nine Tails under the Genjutsu. We actually did technically do it, though. It was a rogue member of us. And Itachi says, I'm going to explain that to the elders. They might not trust us, but I still have a secret weapon. And he goes through the whole Danzo thing. And it says, Kodomasu Kami is the one thing that can definitely help us. We could place everyone in the Genjutsu with that. And all we have to do is take away Danzo's eye. And they decide to, not rebel. And they first take away Danzo's eyes. They jump Danzo, like all of the Uchiha jump Danzo and take away his eye. and all since he don't have that other arm yet. Wait, no, does he? Yeah, he does actually. So they actually realize what happened with his arm. Take away all of his arm. Take away his whole entire arm. He doesn't even get an arm no more. And they explain the whole thing to the Hokage and the elders, and the two elders don't agree. So Itachi uses two crows to put them in the genjutsu. Says, "Well, do y'all agree? Like seriously, do y'all agree?" He says, and then no one realized what really happened. It's just crows flying near them, and because they actually went to go turn and look at the window, because Itachi was like looking at the window was super hard. So they decided to protect themselves, and they looked across. Then when they looked to the window, they instantly got put in that genjutsu. So they agreed with Itachi, and the coup was called off. Everyone understood, and of course Sasuke is still a thing. So now we're gonna skip forward 4 years. 4 years. So Itachi is now, he was 12, so he would now be 16, and Sasuke I think was like 5 or 4, so he'd be 8 or 9 right now. And Naruto, Kushina and Minato's already dead. Naruto actually got adopted into the Uchiha section. Now, this is gonna be a bit fan theory. So, during the Uchiha actually just never figured out who the eyeballs belong to, and they just figured the Uchiha are dead. So they put them in a container for Danzo's arm, the ones that's in Danzo's arm. And they actually gave it to Naruto, and the leader Fugaku at this point, and his two best friends, let's just call them that, his two right hand men, decided to place a seal. Fugaku helped with the right eye, and the other person, and Mikito, which is actually very strong for those who don't know. She was a Jonin as well. And she actually helped out with the left eye. So altogether, they put a seal on Naruto's eyes. It's still bluish. Like Naruto eyes. So basically what happened was they fused the Uchiha eyes with only the Sharingan into Naruto eyes. So when he could still awaken his Sharingan. It's deep within him right now. He can still awaken his Sharingan. But when it's not activated, his eyes are actually blue, like in the canon series. So, now that I'm done with that, Naruto still has the Nine Tails, Sasuke, Shisui, and Itachi, along with Naruto, all train every day. I mean, not Shisui. Shisui is dead. Naruto, Itachi, and Sasuke all train every single day. Fugaku actually helps out in the terms of Naruto's training, because he doesn't have fire style basically, so he actually gets shifts in nature. He also has he has 3 styles. He has lightning style, which comes from his father. He has fire style, technically he has 4, but he has fire style, which comes from naturally, and wind, which obviously came from his, I think, mother or father, one of those two. But he also 2 months later had another one where it's earth, that actually came from Kushina. So basically, he has 4 styles, but he doesn't. 2 of them he doesn't know any jutsu for. Lightning and Earth, he does not know any jutsu for, and he does not have a Sharingan yet. So obviously, he can't copy any of them. So Sasuke at this point is actually underneath Naruto in terms of power. Naruto is still underneath him in terms of intelligence to like a point. Fighting intelligence, he's above Sasuke. Strength, he's above Sasuke. And Fugaku actually notices this, and he's kind of becoming more and more disappointed in Sasuke. Don't get me wrong, Naruto is a generational prodigy, and so is Sasuke, but Naruto actually grows faster than Sasuke. So he's actually going on to Itachi's honestly suppressed power, which it would be mid-beginning. Itachi's obviously not beating up these two, not even getting yet. So he's like mid-beginning level, but Naruto's actually catching up to this fairly quickly. And now Naruto actually is still enrolled. He's about I'm gonna say 2 years into his stay. No, 3. Yeah, he's about 1 year. This is actually his first year being enrolled. And this is also Sasuke's first year being enrolled. I switched up the timeline a little bit if you couldn't tell. Naruto actually didn't fail the exam 4 times. He passed all throughout them, with having the highest level. But at this time, Naruto seal has become weakened because of the seal in his eyes. So the Naruto starting to mess up his chakra control. So he's on 3 years. Once he started enrolled, Itachi stopped training them, and only Naruto and Sasuke. They're both mid getting, and without this, Sasuke is actually coming up on top again. And Fugaku's like, wait, okay, he kind of realizes everything that happened and how Naruto grows and how Sasuke grows. So he's like, whatever, I'll just wait to see. And his grades completely slipped in the last year. He's at the worst. He's at the bottom of the class. He's actually in the bottom of the class right now. Sorry for if you're hearing any noise right now, but he's actually in the bottom of his class because of the Naruto's chakra control influencing, like, him messing it up a lot. And Naruto still has not awakened his Sharingan. Sasuke has. So Naruto is actually weaker than Sasuke by a lot because of the Sharingan. Sasuke has 2 Tomoe, Naruto has 0 Sharingan. So we'll be skipping forward into the bell thing goes exactly the same. Just this time Sasuke pulls up a bit more of a fight, but it goes the same way that Naruto, and they still give it a signature speech. But we're actually going to be skipping to the Haku fight. Sasuke is pretty much, from the get-go, pretty much dead. Haku does not underestimate him by any means. He actually overestimates him. And he completely surrounds him from the get-go, and Naruto, because Naruto's currently known as Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha. He has 2 last names. And he goes by Uzumaki in the village. He goes by Uchiha in the village and Uzumaki outwardly. So people know. Okay, no, actually switch it. He's actually known as Uchiha outside and Uzumaki in the village, so people do not know him. And at this point, Naruto is just kind of like, well, I'm screwed. Sasuke couldn't beat him. The reason why Sasuke said this is because, Naruto's like kind of freaking out. Like, Sasuke has his Sharingan. I don't even have enough power to even be close to Sasuke. But, of course, Sasuke at this point is just losing ground. He's absolutely not winning. And then the whole scene where Sasuke throws himself in front of Naruto before he could get shot up with all those things. Naruto is absolutely pissed. So Naruto is just kind of like, how dare you ever touch my brother? And his Sharingan awakened all 3 Tomoe. I'm overestimating. He awakens one with 3 Tomoe and the other with 2 Tomoe. Because technically it's all 3 Tomoe, but Naruto reawakened it. So Naruto's like, don't you ever touch my brother. And she even, instead of having that dot in the middle of his eyes actually slit like a snake. So the Naruto's also being influenced to say, don't you ever touch my brother. And Haku at this point is fearing, because she now knows how dangerous Naruto is. And when she tries to slip in between, Naruto appears in front of him. Sorry, I'm so used to saying her when it comes to Haku, and grabs him by his throat, slamming him to the ground. Says, "You think it's funny to touch my brother?" And he lifts up his hand, and with one swift punch, he breaks the mask. And he don't even care for Haku at this point. He actually considers Sasuke a brother. He keep punches. Around 3 punches, he finally just says, "Haku, I really thought you were better than this." And he kicks Haku in the face, stomping downwards on her. And at this point, Haku absolutely cannot do anything. So it's not even like she could get up and Zabuza is dead. Haku is just placed without reason. Naruto grabs him, says, "You're coming with me. You're gonna repent for killing my brothers." And but Sasuke wakes up, obviously. But I'll be leaving it off here. Again, R.I.P. King Von. I'm still super sad about the whole thing. And, yeah, other than that, though, I hope you guys, like the video, share, like and share. Oh, yeah, like goal for this is 5. I'm gonna just use 5 as a basis. So, yeah, I hope you guys like the video as always. So, yeah, I hope you guys like the video as always. I'll catch you guys later. It's Rising It's Love, as always.